Hello there, my name is Jack Edwards and welcome to my bedroom. This has been my room for my second year at university, and basically last year I did a room tour video which you guys seem to like, so I thought, hey, I'll do another one. And I'm actually moving out very, very soon and need to start packing up pretty much now. So I thought, about time I showed you around. So let's get cracking. I should quickly explain what my kind of living arrangement is. So basically I live in a student house with 3 other people who I absolutely adore. I lived with them all in first year as well in our halls of residence, where we were kind of like randomly put together, but we actually signed for this house in like October of first year, so super early, but it actually worked out okay. I was really, really lucky, and I actually have the biggest room in the house this year. Last year my room was the smallest in the house, but I also found this one and sorted out kind of all the contracts and stuff, so yeah, I was very, very fortunately given this one. So let's go for the grand tour, eh? As you walk into the room, this is what you see. Everybody stops and they're staring at me. Sorry, couldn't resist. I basically have a big bay window over there. My desk is here. The bed, bookshelves, my wardrobe is this big old thing. In fact, the very first thing you see is quite unexciting. It's basically just an air freshener because student rooms get stinky. And I also have my keys here, which I pop on this bit so I don't lose them, which I do all the time. Last year I actually had a hook on the wall, which was like 50 pence, and I kept meaning to buy one this year, but never got around to it. So like this is the closest that I have. I have a jug in my room to remind me to drink more water because your boy is dehydrated. Here I have Durham Monopoly, which my mum bought me for my birthday. A plant so crispy that walkers could sell it. Yeah, this is very, very dead and I really need to let it go. Listen, I'm just trying to keep myself alive. That's the least of my concerns right now. Moving on from that quite depressing sight, we basically have loads of posters up here on my wall. Anyone who knows me knows I absolutely love a lanyard, and this year I've been very lucky to acquire some really good ones. So here I have my speaker badge from VidCon. This is from when I visited the Houses of Parliament. This is a medal from a fun run that I did for Movember. And this one here is from Remembrance Sunday when I was really lucky to go to the Royal Albert Hall. So thank you so much to the British Legion for having me. I'm very proud of this lanyard. On here I just have loads of posters from my travels to like Athens, Tel Aviv, all sorts. There's just like gig tickets, birthday cards, the lot. These posters you may remember from my room tour last year. This one is just of Amsterdam and New York City. This next poster was a gift from my parents, and this is basically an infographic kind of thing of 100 essential novels to read. There are some really rogue ones here, but you kind of like scratch them off as you read them. And basically, I'm a massive nerd. Those are stuck to this enormous wardrobe. It goes all the way to the ceiling, and like the ceilings are pretty high. Like this is me. That's the roof. But yeah, this has ample storage. I think these are definitely homemade. Moving on from that, I have this world map. Now, I actually got the idea for this in a Starbucks in Prague. Their kind of idea was that they had a world map on the wall, and anyone who came to visit the Starbucks and bought a drink could put a pin in the wall from where they were from. Instead of doing that, because I don't have like that many international visitors to my bedroom, I have stuck in pins to all of the different places that I've traveled to. So we have some in America, Australia, Southeast Asia, some in Africa, a lot in Europe. Unfortunately, this map was sold to me as a vintage world map, and me being stupid did not realize that that would include the Soviet Union. In my head, when I was thinking of like vintage, I was thinking of like it would look old, not actually be old. Below that is my laundry basket. I had the same thing last year, but I actually broke it because I trod on this bit when I came in drunk from a night out and made the whole thing just go lopsided. So this is a newer version, new and improved. Next to my bed, I have a suitcase just in case I need to make a speedy escape. Next, are you beddy? That was rubbish. Basically, this is my bed. It is a single bed, which is kind of annoying, but it made our rent way cheaper. So just like Ed Sheeran featuring Justin Bieber, I don't care. Above that, we have some posters, and then, arguably my favourite part of the room, my bookshelf. It's just me, my shelf, and I. I've spoken through a lot of this stuff before, but I basically have my English anthologies from first year here, a cactus pot that says, "Can't touch this." Loads and loads of books, which I have acquired to the point where they no longer fit, and I've had to start stacking them. A bougie cocktail mixer, and then loads of bottles of alcohol. Basically, I've been really, really lucky to judge the Travel Retail Awards for the past 2 years, and everything that I was judging, which was stuff from like duty free, I've been allowed to keep, which is so kind. But basically, and basically both years I have been given the alcohol section to judge. I mean, classic, they would just like give it to the student, he'll take it. So I hope that kind of explains why I always have so much alcohol on my shelves. Then I have all of my folders from first and second year of my degree, which is what I'm actually here to do, not just this. Here is a little basket of some miscellaneous things. A diffuser from Aldi because, as I said, student houses get stinky. A picture of loads of my best friends from home. This oversized arrow from Flying Tiger Copenhagen, because who doesn't need an oversized arrow from Flying Tiger Copenhagen in their room? Next up, I have this oversized clock from Next. I always get so many comments about this being like, you're lying about what time it is. Like, no, I just never put batteries in this clock, so it always says it's that time. And next to that is this hanging ivy. It's actually fake and it's from IKEA. I did have a real one last year, but it died a very sad death. I replaced it, and then that one died too. So now I just have a fake one. One shelf above that, I have another miscellaneous box, more alcohol, and then more books, because you choose looks, I choose books. I don't know if it helps to just kind of run through all of these, but a lot of this stuff is stuff that I had to read for the second year of my degree, so I hope that kind of helps if you were wondering. In my final miscellaneous basket of the tour, I have loads of toiletries. I basically have like a year's supply of toiletries in here. Contact lens stuff, all sorts going on. But yeah, this is quite like aesthetically pleasing, I think. Under my bed are these slidey doors, and basically you can store things just underneath there. The bed is actually quite high up, but it does maximize space for storage, so that's very much appreciated. Down here I have this stool, which I bought in the market in Durham. The story behind this stool is that I basically went into this antiques market thing, and I spoke to the lady who was selling this stool and was like bartering for it. Basically, apparently these stools were like a wedding gift or something, which is kind of sad. Basically, she was asking me like, what are you planning to do with the stool? And I said to her, I just want to put my glasses on it. Now she thought I meant drinking glasses, like pints, rather than the glasses I used to see, and she was like horrified. Like, she didn't want to sell me it because she was like, classic student, just like covering it with beer glasses and stuff. Like, I can't let that happen to my precious stool, because apparently it meant something to her, I don't know. So anyway, I then had to like convince her that I actually meant the glasses that were on my face at the time, can I add? And then she like begrudgingly sold it to me. So sometimes I put beer glasses on here just to spite her. Here are the said glasses, and then some books that I'm reading currently. God, is that enough to get demonetized? Probably. And next to that, I have this Swiss cheese, which I bought in Freshers Week at a houseplant sale, which is surprisingly still alive. Moving around, we have my curtains and this incredible view of the Durham Viaduct. So cool. On this little ledge, I have some fake plants. From the window to the wall, we have my kind of little reading corner. I actually meant all year to get a nicer chair than this, but never got round to it, so ta-da! This picture is really special to me. Basically, my mum DIY'd this for me for Christmas, and she got these little like penguin postcards and pops them in this frame, which I just think is so cool. It's so thoughtful, and yeah. So that's up in this little corner. You may notice down here is an exercise mat, which probably has dust on it because it is never used, but the intentions were there, okay? Moving round from there is my desk area. On these shelves, I have more plants that I can't kill. These are ceramic from IKEA. My DSLR and another lens for it. Then down here, oh, what's that? So when I filmed my last room tour, I spoke about the fact that I was so close to hitting 50,000 subscribers. So this is really, really surreal for me. Here is my 100,000 subscriber plaque. What the heck? Yeah, that will never ever feel real to me, but there it is. I just touch it occasionally to make sure it's still there, still real. This is a picture of my dog when we first brought him home, and then this candle actually has a really cool story behind it. Basically, at the first ever YouTuber blogger event I ever went to, it was a candle making workshop at Topshop, which is actually where I had previously worked as a part-time employee at Topman, so that was really cool. We all had to give our candle that we'd made a name, and completely randomly, completely arbitrarily, I called mine 16th. I'm pretty sure it was because it was the 16th of the month, but I could have chosen anything at all, right? In October this year, about 3 years after that event I went to, I signed with my management, called 16th Talent. And it's so weird because I never burnt this candle because it was kind of special to me. It was my first ever YouTuber/blogger event, and then I realised that I had this just after I signed with them, and I was like, that is so bizarre. What a weird coincidence. And also, just to make it even weirder, my manager's friend actually designed the logo of this brand. So if that doesn't tell you that the universe has a way of working things out, I don't know what will. Down here I have a Valentine's Day card from my girlfriend, and then some more picture frames. And then loads and loads of storage because I accumulate so much crap. Next we have my desk, where the magic happens. And by magic, I mean emotional trauma and many breakdowns. Anyway, here are my pens, my contact lenses, my computer where I edit all my videos, a mug full of memory cards, batteries, that kind of thing, a candle from Primark, a hole punch because the only punching I ever do is of paper, a candle, and then my biggest fan, which is ironically a very small fan. There's also a fake plant here, some more books, because apparently that's just what I accumulate. And then above my desk are these travel posters from when I went to Southeast Asia in the summer. And finally, down here I have this little board that says work hard and be nice to people, this lamp, my aftershave, a big peg, and my passport because I'm actually going to the Ukraine in 3 days time, which is so random. So that concludes this room tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Also, subscribe for more from me. Check out my social media in the crotch box down below. This has been my Durham University room tour. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, what happens on tour stays on tour. Goodbye.